Hi guys, welcome back. All right, Leos, let's go ahead and take a peek, Leos. What's the good stuff coming in for Leo? We're going to do this as kind of a more specific, detailed message, but I'm looking for the positive things just because this backdrop shows, the sun rising and sun shining through. And I really wanted to, lean toward what's the more positive energy and, what Leo has to look forward to. We have a 7 of Wands. There's definitely like Leo. I'm not saying Leo needs rescuing, so forgive me for saying it this way, but somebody would do just about anything to get to Leo. If Leo has not been loved like this before, get ready to be loved like crazy. Like somebody who I'm picturing somebody who's like, if Leo loves touch, they're going to be spooned all night. They're going to be cuddled up. They're going to be if Leo has always wanted somebody that actually like really wants to be around them, spend time with them, hold hands with them, that is what's on the horizon for Leo. There could be somebody who has possibly a fancy little mustache. Somebody could really have some like meaningful tattoos though. This could represent a character who's just simply lived like I'm gonna say some pretty like they've got street smarts. This could be a love of a lifetime that's coming into Leo's life, and they could be somebody who is two things. They are controlled, they are powerful, they are self-possessed, and it is because they have had to fight their way through every piece of their life. This is not a silver spoon baby. This is somebody who has made themselves into the person that they are today. And it has probably been by being scrappy and being intelligent and finding a way. And, that's probably why when they spot Leo and they know they really like Leo, that's probably why this person is going to have no qualms about going after it. This person could be super direct. I am hearing like a Bostonian accent right now. I'm hearing somebody who just has like a straightforwardness to them. I don't know if they will have an accent. It feels like they're going to be a delightful blend of completely straightforward and transparent. They've got a fierce side. They have a fighter side. I'm literally picturing somebody who does like things like boxing or something for physical activity. They could have worked in physical jobs. They could be somebody who tends to like, I don't know. I feel like they have known like pain in their lives, and they also know the value of like when you see something amazing, don't miss out, because life is many things. Life is made up of brief moments, harsh moments, and that's why when you find something that's sweet and wonderful, they really cherish it. Whomever this character is, they are I feel like they're gonna almost come into Leo's life, and I think Leo is gonna be even softer and sweeter and more welcoming to them than anybody Leo would have ever pictured being this soft for. Like Leo can be a leadership energy. Leo can be somebody who burns very bright, very sexy, very bold, sometimes very, very outspoken. But I think because this person is even more like bold than Leo, it almost feels like Leo is going to be able to say, I feel comfortable letting this person even lead sometimes because I know that I'm standing right beside them. I feel like a partner to them. They are as strong as I am. And that means they make good judgment calls. I can trust their judgment calls. I know that this person knows what it takes to actually like they have some convictions. They have things that they believe in, and they really are showing me and restoring my faith in love and what love is. But I think the response that Leo is going to have is Leo is going to become this very safe haven for this person. And I do think where once upon a time maybe Leo was like, blazing fire, I think Leo is going to become like the warm environment for them, and they are more the fighting spirit, and I think Leo is going to be the balance to them. It's interesting how we can either take like the role in our lives where we're like, look, I have to be the blazing fire, and then we meet somebody and it's like, oh man, you bring that same fire to the table, which means I don't have to, you know, be, 100% because I can actually tone it down to 50% because you're bringing your 50% and we're matching each other. So now we still wind up powerful, but as a duo, which allows me to step back a little bit to an energy of a little bit more of a softer side. I think this doesn't make Leo any less strong. It makes Leo, I think, able to, like, I think this is going to be a more gentle side of Leo that comes to the surface. And I also think this is exactly what they want. They know Leo is strong and ferocious, but with them, Leo is going to be purring. And I have to say, this person's never leaving Leo's side. This is a love story. They see themselves growing old and gray with Leo. There's not even going to be a question. And I think that sense of security will make Leo feel so safe, being much more soft, much more expressive. Leo will know immediately, this person, I don't have to worry. They're not here to break my heart. They're never going to be somebody that I have to worry cheating, dropping me and shattering me into a million pieces. This person, they wouldn't fight this hard to be in my life and, like put in this much effort and show me what they're made of. And I know that they've been through hell and back in their own life. This person is choosing me and they're very open about it. I don't have any qualms. I don't have to worry. I know because they show me with their actions and their words. And this person's going to be like, look, for a lot of people, this character could be overwhelming. Not for Leo. This person could be super intense, especially when they want something. And I think Leo's going to be like, that's what I've been waiting for, is somebody who means it, somebody who I can tell they really are all in. And I think that's how this person lives their life. I think they could be intense for other people, and instead for Leo, they're going to be just right. And because of that bond, because of that comfort zone between Leo and this person, I think that they're both going to bring out the best in each other. With that 10 of Pentacles, there's not a question. This is the person Leo stays with for the rest of their life and vice versa. And it really does feel like it is the bond of a lifetime. Two of Wands. This kind of feels like Leo's saying, well, when? Like, bring it on, universe. Hell, this is what I've been praying for. It kind of feels like I think something just shifted for Leo. I don't know if Leo, let me put it this way. If this Leo went through something, especially during this last full moon, the hungry moon or snow moon, as it was called, and Leo took a moment and said to the universe, like, I'm really truly ready now. I haven't found what I'm looking for. So if it's out there, universe, can I please come across it? Can I please find it? Can I please, connect to it? If it's out there, can I have it? I think if that is what our Leo said to the universe, I feel like the universe is like, absolutely, you just picked up the cosmic telephone and called me and said, you're ready. I do think this has something to do with the home Leo wants to live in, a wish fulfillment that Leo's never known. This Leo, I think, has been possibly more or less never found somebody that they really felt so connected to. They won't have felt this way before. Queen of Swords. All of this says, because we keep seeing somebody up above and outside. By the way, I think Leo is destined to live in a multi-story house or apartment at some point, someplace with a nice view. I am picturing, I really think Leo is going to wind up owning a home with somebody. And it may be, I don't know, some thoughts are flickering through my head right now. It's probably because of the tile roofing here, but it makes me think Leo is going to possibly wind up. You notice how we have like a family estate here? I could picture Leo falling in love with this person, and they could have ties to another place in the world. Maybe, you know, someplace with tile roofs. Maybe, I don't know, my brain is thinking of like Dubrovnik or, you know, maybe Italy or something, but it just feels like Leo is very possibly having recently, especially around this full moon, has been having some flashes of, I'm wondering if my life is supposed to be lived somewhere else. And I would say that the universe is responding with, oh, interesting. So you are open to, you know, a very different pattern of life. Well, that's terrific because yes, Leo, you've always known there was some other place you were supposed to be. You've always known this is happening a little later on in a Leo's life. Like this could be because we're looking way into the future. We're seeing all the way into very, you know, old and gray years. Leo's going to have plenty of time with this lover, but I think the life Leo is going to live is going to be vastly different than the life Leo has lived up until this point. And I think this full moon was a turning point. This Leo wished upon a star somewhere, talked to the universe, talked to the moon, and said, I'm supposed to have a different life, I think. But universe, I don't know how to get it. And I think that opened up the floodgates where Leo started to like maybe actually envision where they want to be, and almost like if there were no boundaries, what would you picture your life looking like? And I think Leo actually was able to start imagining it just a little bit, and I think ironically that's exactly the way this is going to flow. I think Leo's future is going to take them someplace far, far away. I don't think Leo is going to, like 10 years from now, Leo's life is going to be lived in possibly a different country with the love of a lifetime. They're going to hardly recognize their own past version of who they are today. This is going to feel like the someone else's life because Leo's life is going to dramatically change. And I do feel like it already started on this last full moon, but where they will be in a couple of years from now is going to be vastly different. It definitely feels like Leo is accelerating a big transformation in their life. And I'm sorry, I think this Leo is supposed to be, if nothing else, I'm going to use the word royalty, but I almost feel like there was a past life where Leo has some kind of a connection to a location that they've never been to in this lifetime, but they're going to wind up gravitating back to that area. Again, this feels very like Italian Renaissance-y kind of, I don't know, like a villa or something, someplace with a lot of rooms. We see it again and again, someplace with a lot of rooms that Leo is going to end up living in. And it could be a place that is owned for generations. But I feel like Leo either marries into a family where that's something, maybe they like own a string of hotels, but then there's some places international as well. It just feels like it's crazy, but it's bringing Leo back around to a place that they knew in a past life. And maybe even this romantic partner is somebody that they knew in a past life. All I can say is Leo's true path is starting to weave together now because Leo cracked this code and said somewhere around this moon, this last full moon, like, universe, there's something that I'm missing, someplace I'm supposed to be. How do I make the right choices to get there? And the universe is like, well, that was it. You just needed to tell me that you're ready for this, that you're not afraid to free fall into this, which, by the way, Free Fall is a fantastic song by Rainbow Kitten Surprise. Very catchy tune. This is a love story, and this is a life story of the life Leo was supposed to have, and they're just now going to start seeing the changes take shape. But whomever that person is who's coming into Leo's life, that Seven of Wands, they could be a fire sign, but holy smokes, that is a person that never leaves Leo's side again. That is who Leo was supposed to be with. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Thank you.